He's made some odd decisions as well. One of the games where he spawned as a T.E.N player, he went command center first, basically taking a risk.
Yeah. He only got one spawn tonight as Zerg. No, 2 as Zerg, actually. 2 as Zerg, 2 as Protoss, 4 as T.E.N. Huh. Interesting. That doesn't seem very random, does it, Tasteless? Should have been 3-3-2.
I wish we could have seen more games where he wasn't T.E.N, but that's the thing, is his main is T.E.N, and you know the players are already putting themselves in awkward spots. Like we saw Bisu. That Zealot Pressure build is not bad against T.E.N,
okay,
but
like cross spawns against random T.E.N.
He basically has to do it because if FlaSh is Zerg, he doesn't want to die to anything.
Yeah.
PvP, FlaSh looks good, but he is able to lose that. We already saw that today. ZVZ, he had a build order advantage, and Queen.
It felt like he should have won that game.
Queen's sheer experience in ZVZ got him through that.
Yeah. His ZVP Ling Flood game was a little bit disappointing, I think.
Yeah.
That was a little bit rough. Look at Bisu, man. He does not look super happy right now. He talked a lot of trash about there's no way he would lose to FlaSh's random, but here he is.
The thing is, though, it's like it was 2 T.E.N.s, man.
He said specifically he wouldn't lose to his T.E.N. even.
Yeah, he got beat pretty badly.
Damn.
So will FlaSh keep playing random in tournaments? I know he's debuted it.
Yeah, I believe that it's already been announced that he'll be doing it in ASL.
Okay, so that's going to be interesting.
Do you think he'll win ASL with random?
If he does win ASL with random, it's the craziest thing ever. But to answer your question, I think no.
I think he will.
I think he needs. You're so ridiculous.
Look, this was his first time out, and he went 4-4 against the best of the best. If you give him just a little bit more time, he's going to have a winning record.
It does not seem like he can win with an off race when it really, really counts. Against best, I mean, FlaSh won a PvP, but then he also lost. Then he lost a PvP as well.
Yeah.
And the game that FlaSh won was weird. They both went around each other.
And that game was not very real, was it?
Yeah, that's not like they both did something wrong, somehow missed each
where
other.
That happens on the ladder, you're like,
yeah, you're like, I guess I better be careful to not let him go around me. They both missed each other, got there, and went, oh, okay, there's nothing here. This means I'm under attack. And, yeah.
Oh, my God. It's so funny.
I think FlaSh needs more time. I really do. I think we're going to need another year or two before he'd be able to maybe win an ASL. It does seem to come down a lot to the nuanced control. Dragoon control.
Sure.
We didn't get
the
to see him with
control?
the Ling control. You could see Queen is just more comfortable with Lings and drones.
Yeah, of course.
I wish we didn't get his T.E.N against Bisu because, look, that's what I'm more interested in seeing. I think everybody's on the same page as me here. I want to see the Protoss and the Zerg play.
Yeah.
And how does he do
Of course.
The T.E.N play, it's like, yeah, he wins.
Yeah. Well,
and then the Queen series was just weird because, like, FlaSh took his advantage and then made it into a risk by going command center first.
Yeah.
9 pooling against random as Zerg is not unreasonable at all.
No, it seems actually that was the first thing that came to my mind was a 9
You can
pool
fight Protoss, you can fight Zerg for sure.
Yeah, and
you
against
can do
T.E.N it's
something
not great,
T.E.N,
but you're already behind against T.E.N because it's FlaSh's main.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, okay, maybe a 9 pool into Lurker all in. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right? Like do something crazy. But yeah. I'm trying to, like, I guess that this makes me very excited still to see his random again in ASL because I do want to see more of those off races in a tournament setting because we didn't see that much, right?
This is fun to cast, too, because we never get to cast random.
Never.
Like the theories behind it.
We've never casted random in StarCraft 1.
No, never.
Never. Because no one chooses.
So, I mean, look, FlaSh is going to have to go back to the lab, really, here. And start to iron out some of his play. It does seem like the mirror matchups were a real problem today.
Yeah. Well, those should be the hard ones, right? Like.
I think so. But the
well,
the PvZ,
maybe not
man,
PvP as much because a lot of it's strategic, but.
Excuse me, the ZVP. I mean, Best really just kind of outdid him. Yeah. I mean, FlaSh did not even go into the Lurker Turtle play. He tried to do this weird Lurker Hydra push.
I think he was behind enough that he felt like he needed to.
Yeah, and I get that. I appreciate that, but.
He's seen. The thing is, he's seen all the
Excuse
games
me.
that I've casted on that map because every single game is just Hydra Lurker on that high ground on circuit
Yeah.
breakers, and they siege up there, and then you watch Trigoons miss shots uphill,
Yes.
and then the Protoss leaves.
Yes.
Because they have 2 geysers, and that's it. that's every game I've ever seen on that map.
I mean, it's. I think we're gonna have to wait for FlaSh to really get a handle on the nuanced unit control, and frankly, on just a standard drawn out macro game. I think that the random play, it does give you an advantage early on. There are ways you can cut corners or just end up where they have a bad build and you have a good one. But it's funny, we don't talk about this that much because all the matches we cast are tournament matches, but all these players ladder, they all have experienced random before. They all sort of have some kind of a quick fix for how to deal with this. It's cool to see in a tournament setting this come out, but yeah, I mean, if the players can try to survive the difficulties of the early game and the fact that you can get a bad draw and you just get into a macro game, it does seem like as good as FlaSh is, these guys can basically hold him back.
Yeah, yeah, and you would expect them to. I think he does need advantages from that early game, from the fact that their builders are not going to be perfectly tailored to his race.
Yeah,
that's where random gets its power. That's why people use random. Is because they get that early advantage, and your stuff is off, and you can do something kind of wild and crazy and catch them off guard. That is the power behind random, because no one's good with all 3 races as they are with 1.
Yeah. And so I'm excited. I look forward to ASL. I think that a lot of people thought that FlaSh would win like 3-0 today in all of his games and come out on top. And I think this is a very sobering moment for FlaSh here. His T.E.N carried him through most of his wins. In truth, he seems like he's clearly good at the other races, but he's not on the level where he's going to be able to win. I mean, basically today he was beaten back in each of his off matchups.
Yeah,
in games where he had an advantage, the ZVZ.
The
Queen
ZVZ
was
did
just
feel like
better with control.
He should have done better with that.
Better at sniping drones.
Yeah.
PvP, Best was better at controlling the Dragoons in the middle of the map. The PvZ, we saw that he went for the Ling Flood, and Best just kind of, he was better at using his probes to fight the Zerglings in his main.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to have to close it out.
Oh, well, it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for tuning in and
we love
checking
you
out
guys.
T.E.N, the esports night.
That's right, guys. We'll see you guys again, and GSL's tomorrow. We'll see you there. Love you. Bye-bye. Take care.